The flames of the Fire Emblem have been lit once again. Hello friends, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It has been far too long since I've last played Fire Emblem on this channel. Like, way too long even. In fact, future me, go ahead and put on screen right now just how long it's been since I last played Fire Emblem on this channel. I'm genuinely curious. So since it has been so long, why don't we change that? And what better way to do so than with my favorite Fire Emblem game. Now this playthrough will be a playthrough on the hard mode of this game, or as they call it, difficult mode. Other than that, there will be no special rules or gimmicks. This is just going to be a very casual and fun playthrough so I can enjoy all the elements of the game. So I will say that if something goes wrong, like a unit dying and I want to restart the level, I am going to do so. You are going to get the whole experience of the game. But I will just quickly mention that if you want to see me play Fire Emblem games where I do challenge myself, let me know. I'm always up for the challenge. Alright, with that out of the way, let's start the game. Oh, this is so exciting. Like, it has been a while since I have played Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, so I'm genuinely excited for this. And we do get a few animated cutscenes in this game. So for anyone who has played Smash Brothers or is familiar, this is our protagonist here, Ike.
Well, Ike, you had enough?
And the one thing I really do like about Path of Radiance in comparison to other Fire Emblems is you don't start as a royal like a prince or a princess. You just start as a simple mercenary. Oh. And here we have Ike's family here, his little sister Mist. And I didn't quite mention Grail, his father, which, Ike, don't do that. Ugh. I felt that. And apparently, like, his father just swings a stick into his back and he gets sent a few feet flying. Like, my goodness, what was in that swing? Apparently knocked him out so hard he has a flashback. Just a memory floating on the edge of Ike's mind. I think you'll hear him say here. Mother. Yep, so that is Ike's mother, but as you can kind of tell, his mother is no longer part of the family. Like, she has passed on. So it's just Ike, his father, and his little sister. But one thing I will say about this game is, if there's one thing I really like, they do a great job with the characters in this story. Like, I think with only a few exceptions, and I say that lightly, I don't really hate any character in this game. Like, I think the story, the characters, like, just everything about this game is fantastic. Well, speaking of story, why don't we get this going here with the prologue chapter, Mercenaries. Are you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. So, the sleeping prince awakens. Father, I can't believe you. I know those are practice swords, but they're still heavy. You have no right to be so rough on Ike. If this is too much for the boy, he'll never make it as a mercenary. But, Mist, you don't have to worry. I told you, I'm fine. Ha! You better be. Now grab your sword and get ready. What? Don't tell me you're going at it again! But... just until I land a single blow. I'm not giving up until I can get one good hit in on Father. I like your resolve, Ike, but it takes more than strong will to... Hmm? Aha! I knew I'd find you here! Another new face and Boyd. Hi, Boyd. What brings you here? Nothing special. You said you were going to go get the boss, but you never came back. I got picked to check up on you. Oh, sorry, I got caught up with Ike and my father. It's nothing. Besides, I figured I'd get a good laugh watching Ike get worked over by the boss. You look fine. What happened? Nothing at all. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You just missed it. Just a minute ago, he was out cold. Missed? Sorry. You came at just the right time, Boyd. You could be Ike's sparring partner. What, me? I'm beginning to think it would be better if he sparred with someone closer to his own skill. I understand. Thanks for your help, Boyd. I don't know about this closer to his skill business, but I'm ready. Alright, let's go. So, simple prologue chapter, just teaches you the basics. Since I'm playing on a harder difficulty, I don't get any tutorials or the like, so I can just go straight in and start doing combat. I am going to do just a few option changes here, just to make sure. I think that's the one. And one thing, too, because I'm going to come down to this... Oh, there's one up here I wanted to get to. Yep. And then there's this option down here, which you don't get until you start your second playthrough of the game onwards. And all this does is just show a display at the end of a chapter as to how much bonus experience you accrued. Bonus experience will go into more in the future when I can actually use it. But it's just basically saying if you clear a chapter fast enough or fulfill certain side objectives, you get bonus experience that you can give to your characters, which I think is a fun thing to work with. But I am going to turn the display on, which is something that should have been on by default, but that's just me. Alright, so we can get going here with combat right off the bat. Our first opponent here is Boyd, who really isn't too much of a problem here. You know, starter opponent and whatnot. One thing this game does is introduces skills that characters can equip. Now, you don't really deal with any skills in the first chapter here. In fact, this is actually just meant to be a thing that powers down characters that you face against. So this is more like a training version of Boyd as opposed to how strong Boyd will actually be in the game. So I'll go more into skills in the next chapter because we'll actually have skills. But other than that, everything about this is just how you expect with a Fire Emblem. You have weapons and you engage in combat. And because this is one of Fire Emblem's first forays into 3D, we actually get more animated combat scenes. You can do it. Boyd's got nothing. Take him out. Oof, missed. Nothing? I don't have nothing. I mean, way to go, Mist. Confuse him with double negatives. Now, I will say in comparison to this game's sequel game, Radiant Dawn, I do think Radiant Dawn has much better animations when it comes to their fighting scenes. These ones are just what I call passable enough. Alright, well, we've taken out Boyd, nice and simple. Get a little bit of experience for our trouble. And that ends our first practice round. That wasn't too bad. Boyd, you're such a loser. Oh my goodness, Mist. Shut your trap. Good work, Boyd. That's enough. Oh, alright. Your swordsmanship was decent enough, Ike. Don't forget how it felt. It won't always be this easy. Now that you're done warming up, it's time for you to face me again. I was hoping you'd say that. But first, Mist? So we're given a vulnerary here by Mist, and if you do not use the vulnerary, you will lose. Like, that's actually how this tutorial fight is scripted, because it is impossible for you or your opponents to miss. So if Grail gets one hit on you, especially at this low health, you will lose. But the nice part is, by using the one vulnerary, it'll be... I want to say next to impossible to lose, but it's very unlikely that you will lose because of how much damage Grail can deal. Maybe if you just don't engage him once on player phase. Maybe that's what it is, as you can see by the numbers. Alright, but let's get going here. Give it your all. Oh look, we got a good hit on you! Apparently that wasn't enough. Alright. Oof. Alright. So Grail does give you one turn to use the vulnerary, and then Grail just goes in and we start doing combat. Alright. Let's win this chapter. And there we go. So just like normal in Fire Emblem, we do level up and we can get stat points. So here's hoping I get a good level up here on Ike. Nice! Oh, that's a really good level up. I like that. Nicely done, Ike. Ike, you were great. Father, you were holding back, weren't you? Well, is that true? If you could tell the difference, that means you're improving. So just like Boy, Grail actually has a discipline skill on him too, so we're facing like a light version of Grail, so to speak. You know, I wasn't really giving it my all either. I mean, you saw my discipline skill, right? That is such a lie. Bah. So, Father, does that mean you finally admit that I'm ready? What, to join the company? To take on a job? Yeah, I mean, Boyd's already out there on the battlefield. I'm ready. I'm tired of being a trainee. Listen, the difference between you and me is that I'm a professional. A professional who just got beat. That was just random chance. Random chance. You got a point, Ike. Alright, tomorrow will be your first day as a full-fledged mercenary. Really? But if I think it's too much, you're back to trainee status. You better work hard. No problem. Watch, I'll catch up to everyone in no time. We'll see. We better be heading back to Fort. Everyone's waiting. Yeah, one of the big things I really like about this game, and I already know I talked a lot about characters being a strong point in this game, but especially the playable characters. Like, I like almost every single playable character, and even the ones that I'm like, oh my goodness, they could have written them better. I still think are like good for the story that is Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. But I really do like the Grail Mercenaries, as they're called. I like the camaraderie that they have. Like, I think it's some of the best writing that I've seen in Fire Emblem for quite a long time, even. But speaking of, we finished the prologue, so let's get going with the first actual chapter of the game. Chapter 1, The Battle Begins. Sounds about right. So we'll get introduced to other members of the Mercenary Company here throughout these next couple of chapters. I tend to think of the first 7 chapters of this game as tutorial chapters to get you used to the mechanics of the game before the story actually like picks up and you start getting all the elements of the story that make up the adventure. But anyways, here we have the Deputy Commander of the Grail Mercenaries, Titania. Good morning, Ike. Today's your first day as a professional soldier, isn't it? Yeah, and I'm ready to go. What you are is late. The others were suited up and ready at the break of dawn. Sorry, I'll get up earlier from now on. So what's my first job? I'm talking with Titania right now. Wait outside until we're done. Yes, sir. Very well, Commander Grail. Shall we continue? You were telling me about some bandits that needed taken care of, weren't you? Correct. The request comes from a nearby village. According to our reports, the bandits are not all that strong. I think it best if I ride out and take a look. I plan on taking Oscar and Boyd along with me. Just the brothers? Go ahead and add Ike to your team. Shannon, Gatry, and I can handle the other 2 jobs easily enough. Titania, I'm leaving Ike in your care. I'm trusting you to show him the ropes. Understood, Commander. Come on, Ike, let's get you set up. Alright, my first job. Captain Titania, preparations are complete and I'm ready to go. Impeccable timing. It's nice to know I can always count on you to be at the ready, Oscar. Don't forget about me. I'm ready for action. Is that so, Boy? That's a surprise. Ha! Not today, it isn't. As of today, I'm going to be the absolute model of perfection. I need to set a good example for Ike. I'll take your word for it. Your first campaign at last. I know you've wanted this for a while. Are you nervous, Ike? I think I was more nervous last night. I could hardly sleep. This morning, I'm feeling pretty good. It's the calm before the storm. You should try to relax. You're not going to be out there alone. Yeah, you're right. Right, everyone ready? Let's go. And one big thing that drew me to this game too, like, I know this is GameCube era graphics and we've come a long way since then. I still love looking at these graphics here. Like, GameCube era graphics to me, like, are some of my favorites. So anytime I get to play this game, it's an absolute treat. This is the village of Chaldea. The bandits are few, but we mustn't get careless. Our goal is to take out the bandit leader in front of the large building and then secure that building. Ike, listen up. All this stuff is old news to me, but I can give a rookie like you a few tips. First off, don't let yourself get worked up and jump in front of everyone. You'll just end up getting hurt. Don't try to do too much, Ike. When things get dangerous, you can and should rely on us. As long as you watch how the enemy moves carefully, you'll be fine. Think of this as a training mission. I'll do it. Thanks for your help. just sit back and watch how a professional handles things. Enough chit-chat, you three. We got work to do. Alright, and so begins the first chapter. So before I get moving here, there are a few things I want to talk about. First thing being Ike's inventory that you're going to see here, and you might be wondering, did he seriously equip 4 iron swords for this mission? No, this is actually a glitch in the North American version of the game. I don't understand the mechanics that determine it, but in the easier difficulty, there's a tutorial that you can view for this chapter, and if you do not view it, the glitch occurs and gives Ike 4 iron swords in his inventory. If you do view it, he'll only start with his intended 1 sword. If you're playing on the harder difficulties, you cannot view the tutorial, which means you always get the glitch. So just think of it as Ike is being over-prepared and he brought along 4 swords. You never know, he might need all 4 swords. So the actual chapter itself is pretty simple, just figuring out how to deal with all the bandits here, just making sure that we take things carefully in combat, and everything should be fine. So this time we have the actual Boyd with us, who has no longer equipped the Discipline skill, but has instead equipped the Tempest skill. So as you can see here, it says double biorhythm effect. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, every character has a biorhythm that is like when they're feeling at their best, or if they're just feeling not at their best kind of deal, and it just like the up and down of the curve on the chart there. If it is at its higher points, you get a small boost to your hit and your avoid. If it's at the lowest part, you get a penalty to your hit and avoid. And I believe the base is 5%, so 5% good or 5% bad. Boyd's skill here doubles those boosts and penalties, so he will have 10% plus or minus, depending on his biorhythm. But other than that, he's just a standard axe fighter, the only axe fighter class you get in the game, which I think they could have included one more, but that's just me. One last thing I do want to talk about here. If you are playing on a second playthrough onwards, as a little fun thing you can experiment with, there will be these special bands that you can access. Some come equipped to characters automatically, some you'll have to find throughout the early parts of the story. And when a character has them equipped, whenever they level up, there is a small boost to some stats of chance for leveling up. This fighter band, for instance, if the character equipped with it gets a level up, their chance to gain a point of health and a point of strength will be boosted by an additional 5%. So this one is pretty good. Oscar over here, your Lance Knight, and a decent character at that. He's got the Paladin Band, which, if my notes are correct here, is HP and speed. So, small boost to that. Oscar himself, like, I know I just said he's a decent character, but I mean, he is a really, like, solid character. Like, never say no to Oscar. He's good. But speaking of very good, here is your pre-promoted starting unit to help get you through some tight spots. Deputy Commander Titania. A very solid unit. Like, if you want to run through the whole game with Titania, she will work for you. Now, she herself also comes with a counter skill, so she takes damage. There's a percentage chance that she can reflect half that damage back. And as you can kind of tell here, you can only equip skills if it doesn't go over the capacity of the character. Alright, well that's pretty much it for things I have to cover, so why don't we get started here? What would be my first play? We'll have... Let's go here. So I have an idea. Because both of these are axe fighters, so I don't want Oscar to directly engage, but I'm going to do something good here. Putting characters that are related to each other next to each other can help give boosts. So as you can see, Boyd there has a pretty high chance to crit, and I say high, I know it's still pretty small, but that's because he is next to Oscar. So they provide each other a small boost to critical hit. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Maybe I'll get something lucky. Let's begin the combat of the chapter. Okay, so no dice on the crit, but that's good enough to start. I will be taking hits, so vulneraries will be a good thing for me to get. I'm going to have Ike go up here. And then Titania, I'm going to have her visit the village here. Ah, you're with the Mercenaries, right? Thank you for coming. We heard a lot about you. Here, take this weapon. We're farmers, not fighters. Maybe we'll get some use from it. Of course we will, because it is a steel sword. So we can use that to give Ike a little bit of a boost to stat, or a boost to damage. Alright. What's going on out there? Is that some sort of army? A bunch of mercenaries looking for their next meal. The villagers must have hired them. Listen up, lads. Hurt them and hurt them bad. We'll let this bunch live and we'll have hordes of hired swords hounding us for the rest of our days. Now this is where you would learn visiting villages and what would happen if a bandit got to the villagers' houses. So this tutorial house here that this bandit's about to tear down, you're not supposed to be able to visit that normally. That is meant to get burnt. So I'm going to have Titania go and visit the other village really quick to get the contents therein, and then I won't have to worry. If Titania sees combat, that is fine. Never sleep on your pre-promotes. They will get you through the early parts of this game. Alright, well, Ike got a good level up last time, so maybe a little bit of damage. Nice! And there we go. Well, that's good. Titania's out there already, so I can get the village taken care of. Alright, a little bit of a hit. Ooh, good. Double attack. Alright, so now you'll see here just how good Titania is. One and two. Now, I am going to try to let Oscar, Boyd, and Ike take as much combat as they can. But I did want to get this village, so Titania is going to see some combat. You hit! My goodness! That would have been funny to see counter activate. Alright, we good? I think we good. Alright, so yeah, that bandit would visit the village down here on turn 4, and we'd lose the item. But I really want the item. Since those bandits took over, we can't even sleep at night. Please, help us save our village. Here, my mother left me this. I hope it serves you well. So we got a Seraph Robe. So one of the items we can use to give our units more health permanently. So we will do this. There we go. Ooh, so close. Alright. Now, Oscar wouldn't take too much damage. Yeah, not too much damage. Let's see if Oscar can take out this bandit in this combat. Oh, critical hit! Nice! Not that it mattered, but it was cool. Alright, there we go. Now, another thing too, any horseback or flying unit, after they do an action, they can use their remaining movement points to move into other areas. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're gonna try a little something fun here. Now, one thing I do want to try to do is, I want Ike to be able to get as much health and strength as possible. For things that are coming later in the game. I won't talk too much about that otherwise, but I'm going to pass that fighter band along to Ike because I feel like Boyd is plenty well built to grow in HP and strength. But I am going to use a Vulnerary. See if I can't get the other fighter to come on down and engage in some combat. My work here is done. That house is totaled. See if I can't get a critical hit here. Okay, not quite. But that's good, because I can take advantage of that and have Ike defeat that fighter. Alright. Ike should be fine. See what happens. Put Ike here. Now, I do have to equip the band, so I have to spend some time doing that. Alright, I could take a hit, but let's see what happens. Alright, probably a good idea if I get Ike out of harm's way. But we do get a level up. Let's see. Do I get HP and strength? Nice! And speed. I also want speed. But that's good. I got defense too. Alright. One thing you can do in this game, which I think is awesome, you can actually mark the dangerous areas of your enemies. So it marks their movement and their max attack range as one big zone. So I'm out of range of this bandit, which is good. But I am also in range of that bandit. So these two are fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Oscar up here. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. No, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rescue Ike. I'm going to go down here. Okay, so Titania will have to take Ike out. So every unit in this game has their own weight and build, and that determines whether or not units can rescue them. So like Boyd here has a weight of 10, Ike has a weight of 9, so there has to be at least, I think, 2 points of difference before rescuing can be done. Now, mounted units are very good at rescuing, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Now, what can we do here? Okay, so we can do that, and Ike can come over and do... Alright, I should be able to be done. Let's try this. Ooh, you dodged. Alright. We're gonna move you back. Now, Ike cannot take care of you, right? Yeah, not without a chance of dying. So, vulnerary it is! Alright. Because I still want you to go after Ike, let's just see what happens. Boyd. You should be fine, but just in case. At least there's no, long-range weapons. Alright, good hit. Alright, just as planned. Alright. Alright, now he should be good enough to be able to take down this bandit without biting the bullet. Actually, hold on. Yeah, just the sword fighter up there, so we'll just go ahead and do this. Speed things along here. Yeah, there we go. Nice dodge. Now, I will be turning combat animations off, probably starting next chapter, because they do take time. So they're not as quick and flashy as the animations from the earlier Fire Emblems. So I will be turning them off here next chapter, but it's early enough in the game. Let's have a little fun. All right, Oscar, this one is all you. Now I will have Ike take down the boss as well. So another vulnerary, here we go. Don't worry, we do get plenty more of those throughout the game. They are supposed to be used. Now you can't do anything, that's good. Make use of a boost. Titania nearby, there we go. So this should barely damage Oscar, if anything. Yep. Doesn't even damage Oscar. Alright, might as well. Oscar, go ahead, finish off the sword fighter. Alright, probably will not be enough for a level. Yep, still light. Now, if you are playing on the easy mode of this game, which is a North American exclusive, you do get a lot of experience, and I mean a lot of experience. So you'll get a lot of levels if you play on the easy mode of this game, which I do like. So we'll just have to be mindful of our experience, but I'm just going to pass the steel sword along just because Ike is currently the only unit that can wield swords. And also get a few iron swords off of Ike, because if a unit at present has too many items or weapons in their inventory, you have to drop the item. You have to drop an item and it's permanently lost. So don't quite want to lose things yet. Now what do we got? Ooh, that's pretty good. I'll let you initiate combat. All right, let's go. Boss time. Hey, you're nothing but a boy. Well, every brat needs a beating now and then. Are you ready for it? Not today. If you want to run away, now's your chance. Imagine that. You sassing me? Don't that beat all? Well, you actually hit Ike, so good on you there. Alright, another chance at a level up here. We'll see if Ike can get another good level up. And there's no chance I die. Dang, I'm getting hit quite a bit there. I meant for better than this. Isn't that what most bandits end up saying? Alright, good. Another level up for our trouble. Do we get anything good? Yeah, there we go. We're getting strength. I like that. And we get a free iron axe. So if Ike had all those iron swords still in the inventory, I'd have to drop one. But I'm gonna keep a few extra slots here for now. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Oscar, can you take an iron sword off him just in case? There we go. Perfect. Alright. Well, hey, that takes care of the chapter. We just gotta go ahead and seize. That's the end of it. Ike, are you alright? Yeah, I'll be fine. You know, you surprised me. I think you've come so far. Look at my father, though. I've still got such a long way to go. There's nothing you can do about that. After all, Commander Grail is... Huh? What about my father? Oh, nothing. Ooh, the mystery abounds. Nothing? Now I'm really curious. Don't worry, you'll learn all about it someday. We will definitely learn about it someday. Hey Ike, that wasn't bad for your first battle. Not as flashy as my first time, though. Yeah, you were a real standout. I never forgot the sight of you so keyed up you broke your own axe. Oscar? Dang it, you don't have to bring that up. Anyway, Ike, congrats on finishing your first mission. Welcome to the group. Everyone's alright? Then let's get going. I'm sure Miss has a nice hot meal waiting for us. I know I've probably talked about this already, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about this more often, but again, just the camaraderie between the people in the Grail Mercenaries, like, it is such fantastic characterization, such great writing, like, it's a treat every time I get to play this. But another thing, too, just Ike's story as it is. Like, he's not a royal in charge of a country. He's not someone who's had a dark past that leads him throughout the story right away. No, he's just a simple guy. He just wants to be a good mercenary and to live up to his father's expectations. Like, it's a good, simple story start. And that's what makes the rest of this story feel even better. We'll get to that part of the story, though, later on. Now, this part here is the bonus experience stat screen. So this will tell you how much bonus experience you earned playing the chapter. Again, it'll be a few chapters before I can actually use it. So you're just going to get to see the numbers pile up as time goes on. All right, well, we finished the first chapter here. Let's keep things going. These are just simple starting chapters. Eventually, it will be one chapter per episode, but for now, we will play a couple chapters in these early episodes. Well, chapter 2, we have to rescue. Here we have another face of the Grail Mercenaries. Oh, Titania. So this is where you've been, is it? Riss, are you sure you're well enough to be awake? Yes, my fever's completely gone. Are you sure? You sure look a bit unsteady on your feet if you ask me. Well, I've been in bed for almost a week. I doubt anyone would be in top form. Even you, my friend. I certainly hope that's all it is. In any case, until you're back at full speed, you won't be doing any work. We're mercenaries after all, and even the smallest lapse invites death. Right? I know, I know. My apologies to the rest of the team then. It looks like I'll be recuperating for a while longer. It's for the best. Take your time and get fully rested and restored. You are our sole staff wielder, Riss. The harder our work, the more we depend on you to be at our sides. Thank you for your kind words. Oh, by the way, that paper you've been carrying around, is it a letter? I've intended to go to town this afternoon. I can deliver it for you if you like. Oh, no, this letter is for you, Titania. For me? Not more than a little while ago, I went out for a walk around the yard, and a man I've never seen before came up to me and said, "Give this to the red-tressed knight." I'm curious. I wonder what it is. I imagine it's a thank you letter from the people of Chaldea or something to that effect. I mean, I didn't read it. I probably should have, as you're about to see. Oh, no. How dare they? Titania, what's the matter? What did the letter say? Riss, take this letter to Oscar and tell him to prepare for combat and wait for me. I have to go out for a moment. But Titania, I'll be right back. I'm counting on you. What on earth could that letter have said? And then he actually decides to read the letter. Everyone, come quickly. Hey, Riss. So, how are you feeling? What is it? Why are you so agitated? Has something happened? It's Mist and Rolf. They've been taken by bandits. What? What are you talking about? The two of them went out early this morning to gather wildflowers. Sure, they're not back yet, but... Earlier, by the gate, a man asked me to deliver a letter to Titania. It's from a group of bandits. Kidnappers. What are we gonna do? Let me see it. Oh, if only I'd known. He didn't seem like a bad person. I get it. They're after revenge. They want retribution for the other day at that village. Chaldea, was it? Taking children as hostages? What cowards. Last. Wait, Ike, where do you think you're going? I'm going to get Mist. But no, Titania. She said she'd be right back. I'm supposed to get ready and wait for her. Do you honestly think we've got time to wait? I'm going. Oh, Ike, we'll see how well that works for you. What do you think you're going to do on your own, rookie? Hold it, I'm going too. Stop, both of you. I'm going with you. Oh, come on, wait. This is crazy. Do you think you can just ignore the deputy commander's orders? Well, and here go the four of them in a rush. The road forks here. Well, which way do we go? How am I supposed to know that? Hold it, are you saying you don't know where we're going? Unbelievable. You better learn to think before you act, you moron. Shut your mouth, boy. I gotta say, Boyd just seems to be getting a lot of verbal licks from everyone in these first few chapters. Although they do have quite hot-headed personalities at times. I can understand what's going through their heads, though. Both of you, this is no time to be fighting. I figured we'd find you like this. What are you two doing? So you're coming after all? It's not like you two chambermaids to be disobeying orders. What's the world coming to? Oscar, you know this road, don't you? Which way do we go? You're gonna go on Bandit Stronghold, right? It's the left fork. Got it. I'm still talking here. Let me finish what I... Come on, Oscar, let's go too. I guess we've no choice. Hey, you're not leaving me behind. Poor Riss, though. Like, he just gets out of bed rest and suddenly he's thrust into combat. It's like, oh, no combat for you for a while. Oh, too late. So you came, did you, boys? Is it just you then? You came alone? You seriously underestimate what we're capable of doing to you. Now, where's that snobby red-haired wench you ride with? Titania's not here. It's just us. All I want to know right now is whether Mist and Rolf are safe. Yeah, of course. We got them locked up safe and sound in that little shack back there. We got no problem with those brats. What we're after is a little revenge. We want that redhead and her pups, and that'd be you boys. Then hurry up and let those two go. We're here, aren't we? We've got no more reason to hold them. You're here, but Red ain't. We'll just keep the brats until she arrives. Dang it. If you're so impatient, I guess we can start by killing you whelps. You all ready to die? Come on out, it's time to play, lads. There are so many, but we must not lose. Riss, move to the rear. If anyone gets injured, we'll need you on hand with staff. Alright. Alright, another basic bandit mission. But this time, instead of having Titania right off the bat, we have Riss, who is the healer of the group, and the sole priest unit in the whole game. So if you want to get a bishop character, Riss is the only character you can play as that can be that class. Now, don't sleep on Riss, though, because Riss can be a very good unit and a very effective healer. So Riss comes with the Serenity skill, which is the polar opposite of Boyd's Tempest skill. And in my opinion, Serenity is almost completely useless. So, yeah, if you ever need to exchange skills, which you can do later in the game, and you want to put stuff on Riss, definitely take off Serenity. Now, either way, we've got to get through the initial onslaught here. So, I just want to see here. We get a Speed Wing from you. Steel Axe. Okay, so something drops a Steel Axe, something drops a Vulnerary. Okay. Now, I am going to go ahead and turn off combat animations. We'll see how that goes. Ike, you could probably... You would definitely double these fighters here. My goodness. Didn't realize they were so low leveled. Alright. Let's start with an Iron Axe. I'm going to keep that for there. Ike, I'm going to have you come up here first. 1, 2, 3, 4... Can I go... Yeah, I think I can go here. I only face the 2 axe fighters, and I think I can handle that. 8 and 8? Okay, yeah, I should be able to handle that here. Let me check one more time just to be sure. Yeah, Ike should be able to handle 2 fighters right off the bat, no problem. Now you're the fun part. We'll have Boyd go here. Make Boyd your target. And Riss is completely safe here. Okay, Oscar, you just stay there and do Oscar things. Alright, that's good. Now, meanwhile, in the back shack, got missed, and it hasn't explicitly been told yet, but this is Oscar and Boyd's younger brother, Rolf. Oh, keep your chin up, Rolf. Boys aren't supposed to cry. But I'm so scared. Aren't you even a bit scared, Mist? Of course I am, but listen, we'll be fine. My brother will definitely come rescue us. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure that my brothers will be right there with him. I'm sure they will too. So no more crying, got it? Alright, well, good to know they're doing well. Let's see how well I do. Okay, I can at least take that fighter out on the next turn. Meanwhile, nice dodge. Now, as you can see, the fact that I've sped up the combat animations makes this go by a lot faster. And the reason that this is also good as well, unlike other Fire Emblems, you don't get to see any combat statistics on the screen. So, other than just being a way to see the animations, it's not as interesting to watch, I think. Okay, I wonder. I could send Boyd back there. No, I don't think there would be a way I can make this work. So I'm gonna try something here. We're gonna make a little wall here if I can take out this fighter. Nicely done. Almost a level up there. We're gonna put Ike. Yeah, Ike is gonna go down here. I'm gonna take a Vulnerary from Boyd. Just in case. Oscar, you can stay there. Oscar's got defense, so I'm fine with that. While Riss will get Boyd healed up. we go. And yeah, Oscar protects wrists. So here we go. Ouch. Okay, good thing Ike's not strong enough to actually take out characters just yet. Like, I know that we've just had these rounds of combat here. That actually might have been a bad move if I don't get a good level up here. Oh, good. Barely damages me. Oh, this could be bad. I could lose Ike right here, right now. Maybe if I get a good level up and that protects me? Dang, I got HP and strength. I don't want to lose that. Oh, there's another vulnerary. I'm not sure I'm going to live to use it. Oh, I dodged. Yes. That was close. That was very close. Definitely get Ike healed up here. But Titania now comes in as reinforcements. I'm sure I told them to wait for me. Should have known they disobey orders. They have no discipline. As Deputy Commander of the Grail Mercenaries, I cannot allow any more of our people to be harmed. Okay. Well, crisis averted. Ike managed to live. So meanwhile, why don't we just start taking out some of these other units? Almost. Boyd, you can do some work. But I am going to have Titania take out one unit here. Just like that. Do that. Get Ike all healed up. Alright, so I should be able to take out this fighter with Ike. Oh, you dodged. Alright. So if I put you there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, how are you? You only took 9. So, yeah, I should be fine. I don't think anyone would be at risk here, so we'll just go ahead. Titania, I'm sorry. I ran off on my own without... We'll talk about it later. For the time being, keep your mind on the battlefield, Ike. Right. Okay. Oh, snap. I could actually double and take you out. Let's just keep going with the Iron Sword for now. Yeah, I wouldn't lose. Alright, so you're going into healing. Okay, you don't have a band equipped. So yeah, Risk comes with a Priest band, which increases chance for leveling luck and resistance. So if I need to, I would use that. Can Oscar reach? Oscar cannot. How do I want to work this? Because Boyd's just about to level up here. Do I want to give you a band? I think I'm going to, just in case. So I'm going to trade off the Paladin band. Now, the bands themselves are very representative of the classes in general, so it's just as much fun to equip them to a class that can already use them for better gains, as much as it is to equip them to different classes and possibly help problematic stats. So I'm looking to see if HP and speed will get this one. HP I've got no worries about. Speed will be the fun one. Okay, not this time, but I got strength, so just like a fighter. But I got resistance too. That is a little funny. Alright. Alright, yeah. No one needs it. So now I can at least move my units up here. So now I can take this a little bit more at my own pace. We do have some units coming down now, so let's see what we can do. Oscar is just about ready to level up. How do I want to play this? I have an idea. So one thing in this game too, in addition to weights being used for rescuing, can also be used for a mechanic that was introduced in this game called shoving. So if your unit is of a higher weight number than the unit in front of you, and you are not mounted, you can push enemies and allies. So you might think, what's the point of that? It can get your units into position. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to have Boyd shove Ike, which puts Ike right next to where Oscar is going to be here, and keeps Ike able to move for this turn. So I'm just going to have Oscar do a little critical hit. Nice. And we'll see if the fighter band kicks through for an extra point of health and strength. Nicely done. And defense, too. That's really good for him. Well done, Oscar. Well done. And of course, give Riss as much staff practice as possible. It is very hard to level up staff wielders in general, so I'll take any excuse I get. Just keep a little wall there for the moment. Let the fighter come on down. And a 1 and a 2. That works. Perfect setup. These guys just leveled up, so... Boyd, come on in here and take a swing. There we go. So yeah, right now, Boyd just... one way you can tell the biorhythms, if there's a down arrow next to their name there. So right now, because of Boyd's Tempest skill, he is suffering 10% penalty to hit and avoid. Whereas Titania just gets a boost, just because she has good biorhythm at the moment. Alright, well everything seems fine here, so we're just going to go ahead, get a few faces there. Riss, just keep practicing. Now, as I said before with the shoving mechanic, you can't... mounted units cannot shove. Now, I'm fairly certain that certain units you'll find later in the game will be heavy enough they can shove mounted units. But that's much later in the game. Well, there we go. Takes you out right off the bat. That gets everyone... Oh, that does get the boss moving. All right. Now, how do I want to work this? Could try... Let's go here. Let's play a little defensive. It's always good to use your terrain to your advantage. And I'm going to do just that. So Riss will move you over here for the moment. You don't have a vulnerary. We're going to do... Yeah, we're going to come down here. Here, take this spare iron axe. There we go. Alright, since they're all going to move, we're going to just keep working with what we got. Alright, yeah, kind of had a feeling. Nicely done, still hit the sword fighter. Alright, and boss time. Now, this hedge that I'm in right now is called a heal hedge. So it gives me a chance to heal a little bit of health every turn. It's a very nice addendum to the types of terrain you can use to avoid combat. Alright. Now, this does leave me a little trapped in here at the moment. So we can have Ike come down here. Bad. Oscar, I'll let you handle this one. Very well done. My goodness, Oscar, you're doing a lot of critical hits. Keep that blocked. What will you do? 10? Oh, maybe I'll get a crit. I mean, I won't die. and make it... Yeah, he won't be able to go back to the heal hedge that's over there. So we're going to keep Titania there. Your danger zone's there. Risk can't get in there. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be what happened. So we'll see if I can't take out Econo this turn. Just do a quick little healy up. Now, you're halfway there. Maybe if I time this properly, I think I can give Boyd the level up. Yeah, no way I die. Okay, nice and done. I'm gonna keep you there. If Boyd can get the hit. Nicely done. I don't deserve to lose to sellswords like you. There's a level up. See if we get anything for our trouble. Very good level up for Boyd. Nice. And a speed wing for our trouble. Well, there we go. We have succeeded. All right. Somehow we did it. Somehow? What do you mean somehow? We did it because we're better than them. Boyd, calm yourself. What you did was in direct defiance of the orders I explicitly gave you. How it all turned out is another issue altogether. Deputy Commander, I take full responsibility. The failure is mine. I accept our apologies. Oscar, Reese, what am I supposed to do with you two? I think I'll leave the two of you to the Commander. He'll know how to handle you, I'm sure. Now let's find Mist and Rolf. According to the Bandit Chief, they're in the shack back... And that's when you know things are not over yet. Please, let us go. I said let us go. Mist. Alright. And then the brothers just be like, help! And stop crying. You don't need to worry. We'll get you out of there. That's right. Buck up, buddy. You harm either of them and I'll see you dead. Shut up. Shut your stinking trap. If you want these two alive, you'll throw your weapons down. If you don't, I'll start with the girl. Wait. Huh? Yeah? I'm putting down my weapons. See? Huh. Smart move, wench. Deputy Commander, we're here to save them. Now all of you back off. Okay. Ugh. Stinks. Alright, so now you're all unarmed. Which means all you can do is watch while I gut this whiny brat like a fatling pig. Now, before I advance the text box here in just a second, do you see just by the bandit's text box there a little red something up in the corner there? Believe it or not, I think this is the first time I've ever noticed this. I know what happens, but this is the first time I've ever noticed. And it makes the rest of this all make sense. Swing! Ugh. Rolf, can you hear me? He's fine. He just fainted is all. There's not a scratch on him. Ugh, don't do that to me. I'm just glad to see you both alive and well. You're both so brave. Thanks. This guy's dead. This arrow. Who shot it? A single arrow right between the eyes. Who else could make a shot like that? No one. That's who. That voice. Other members of the Grail Mercenaries. Shinon and Gatri. Don't you children owe me a little gratitude? I did just save your lives. Deputy Commander, Shinon. You're both so cruel. With this armor on, you know I can't run that fast. Shinon, Gatri. So that's where you went, Titania. Of course, I knew we'd need reinforcements. I'm just glad it wasn't a waste of time. Well done, both of you. In the end, I got to feather someone, so it was worth the rush. All I did was sweat. That was hard work. Brother. Mist, you did well, sis. You must have been frightened. I never stopped believing. I knew that you and the others would come to rescue us. I knew you'd come. So, I was fine. Really? That's an improvement on your usual sobbing and nose running. You jerk! My nose does not run. Alright, come on. Let's head for home. My goodness, what a day this has been. Alrighty, well with that, we've had our first foray into Fire Emblem Path of Radiance with a couple of bandit missions, as is, you know, kind of tradition at this point. So that's going to call it for this episode here. Hopefully you'll tune in next time as we continue the adventures of the Grail Mercenaries, and the action will pick up from that. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. It certainly has been a while since I've played Fire Emblem, so I'm quite looking forward to this, and I hope you are as well. So until then, take care, stay safe, and have a good day.